Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Natalie. I am an accounting major, currently getting my master's degree at the University of North Texas, and we're gonna have a lot of fun stuff on this channel. So stick around, be part of the family, subscribe, that would mean so much to me. Today's video is going to be super exciting. I always love doing tech videos for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a fun way to kind of connect, I guess, because technology has been advancing tremendously as the years just continue on. So this video, we're going to be talking about the Magic Keyboard and the Keyboard Smart Folio case. And specifically, well, not specifically, I have the iPad Pro, but I think these are compatible with other iPad generations. I will kind of get into that later on in the video, but yeah, stick around if you guys want to hear some things that I have to say and comparisons between the Magic Keyboard case and the Smart Keyboard Folio. Then just keep on watching. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below what kind of iPad you have and if you have either of these cases. But let's just go ahead and jump right on into the video. Alright, first things first, I'm gonna kind of just talk about the cases in general. So we're gonna start with the first case that I had. It started out with my iPad Pro, and that is the Keyboard Smart Folio. So this is what the front looks like, and if you open it up, it's got a keyboard and you magnetically attach your iPad on this part of the back. So it does protect front and back of your iPad. This keyboard I got from Best Buy. This is the Apple Smart Keyboard Folio 11-inch iPad. It is compatible with first, second, or third generation, as well as the iPad Air 4th or 5th generation. And the price point on this was $179. Again, I got it from Best Buy. I will link the link in the description down below for you guys if you're interested in the case. And I'm gonna actually attach my iPad to the case so you guys can get a better view of what it actually looks like. All right, so here you have the case. You just attach the iPad and it attaches magnetically. So great case. This is the first case I started out with. Okay, so you can see here the iPad Pro on the Smart Keyboard Folio, and it does have a nice angle right here, so you're able to lay it flat on a surface. You're able to hold it if you're kind of sitting on the couch. And what I like about this keyboard though is it's really hard to get food or like any debris stuck into the actual keyboard, because as you can see, the keys are like, the material on the keyboard is actually kind of woven around each key specifically. So if you push on this, you can see the material is woven over the keys. So it is really nice if you're, you know, eating around your iPad or whatever the case is. You are less likely to get food and debris stuck on here. I will say I have scratched this quite a bit though. I don't know if I was using whiteout or what I was using, but you could see it does, the case does have some good use out of it. But the keys are easy to type on. I will say they're not as easy as the Magic Keyboard. However, I never had a problem as far as typing on here. Alright, so I just randomly opened my GoodNotes app, and I just have a blank text box open right here. And I'm just going to show you how I type on this keyboard, just so you guys can kind of maybe get a little feel of what the keys feel like when you're typing. So I'm just going to type a random sentence. Alright, so that's what the keyboard looks like. I used this keyboard for probably a couple of years before I upgraded to the Magic Keyboard. So really, I don't have anything bad to say about this case. It's good all around, especially for someone who's maybe starting out with an iPad for the first time and is kind of unsure about the case and doesn't really care about the mouse. This would be a really great start for you. I kind of want to talk about the angles on this keyboard as well. So you have two different settings here. I'm going to open this up and show you. You guys can see these two lines. These are the two angle settings that you have. So if I put it on this first setting right here at the very front, it's going to be more angled towards the back. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's leaning more backward than it is upright. And then if I adjust it to the furthest setting, it is a little bit tough, which is good because that means it's a durable case. So you just kind of have to work with the magnet. But if I do this setting back here, you guys can see it's more upright versus this second setting, which it was leaning back more. So you do have versatility as far as angle wise on the screen. And what's really nice is the angle settings are magnetic as well, so the iPad just magnetizes on each angle. I really actually love the case as far as taking notes on my iPad, like handwriting my notes. So let me show you. You can easily just fold the case like this, and you can use it as a tablet, which is really nice. So doing it as a tablet, it does not interfere with the keys. So if you were to lay this down flat on a surface, it does not interfere with the keys. So let me show you. So right here I have my GoodNotes app opened up, and obviously you can type as well. You can have like a text box and type. Or what I did when I first got my iPad Pro, and I still kind of do this sometimes, is I like to like handwrite my notes. So if I write like, hi, my name is ... You can see the keys that are on the bottom of the tablet do not interfere, which is really great. I don't know how other cases are, but when I first got this case, I did have a lot of questions about the keys interfering with like the actual tablet itself and whatnot, and it doesn't, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so I just turned the tablet sideways, and you guys can see like I can still write on here without any interference. So great way to take notes. A couple other points I want to talk about the cases one at a time, but the weight on the the weight on this Smart Keyboard Folio is, I think personally, a tad bit lighter than the actual Magic Keyboard. I don't know why, it just is, but it still is very durable. It protects front and back of your iPad. This is what the back looks like, and then this is the front. You can see here it's not super thick, but it is, you know, pretty durable. Like I said, I've had this case ever since I got my iPad Pro, which it's been, I think, like 3 years now. And then another point that I have to make is that both of these cases are really great. You do not have to charge the case. It does just magnetically connect to the iPad, which is great. So if I were to take off my iPad, you can see like these 3 dots right here. These 3 dots are how it, I think, either connects it magnetically and also Bluetooth as well. So you don't like physically have to charge the case or anything. As long as your iPad is charged, your case will be ready to use. So another great thing about the case as well. And just taking notes on it in general is great. You can have it up like this at an angle, and you can write on it, but I prefer to have it folded as a tablet and take my notes this way. I can even hold it and push on the keys like this and be as tough on the keys as I want to be, and it still will not interfere with the screen or anything, which is great. I think that's a huge plus when it comes to the case and what I'm looking for. So as far as the Smart Keyboard Folio, all around, I think it's great. 10 out of 10. First case I started with, and definitely a case that I would recommend. So okay, so moving on to the Magic Keyboard. The Magic Keyboard, I think, is a little bit heavier than the Keyboard Folio. I don't know if you guys can actually see this, but this is the Magic Keyboard, and I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this is the Smart Keyboard Folio. You can see this one is a little bit heavier than the Smart Keyboard Folio. Holy crap, that's really hard to say like repeatedly. But it's not super heavy. I mean, like, I carry this in my backpack and I'm completely fine. It's not heavy like my laptop is. So it's definitely doable if you're wanting to take it on the go, in your backpack, school, whatever the case is. And whatever the case is, no pun intended. All right, we're going to look at the price point on the Magic Keyboard. I know it's definitely a lot more pricey, and I got this at Best Buy as well. So Best Buy's price, it says it runs at $299, so plus tax, it's like $300 for the case. It says it's compatible with the 11-inch iPad Pro, which is what I have. It's also compatible with first, second, or third generation, and iPad Air 4th or 5th generation. And it comes in a black version and white version. I believe the Smart Keyboard Folio only comes in black, from what I saw, but the Magic Keyboard comes in white and black. I don't know, maybe you can probably find other colors like on Amazon or something. I'm not too sure about that, but all right, we're going to actually get into the case itself. I'm gonna hit the same points as I did on the Smart Keyboard Folio. All right, so I opened up my Magic Keyboard. You can see here, it is a little bit like the spine, it kind of looks like a book, but the spine of the keyboard is more heavy duty, and I would say a little bit more durable, because when I open the case, it is a little bit harder to open the case, just because I think the material of this is more heavy duty versus this material, which is just a little bit more like lightweight, more flexible. And yeah, you guys can see like this is way more flexible, and I've also had this for a couple years as well. So just like the other case, this has the 3 magnetic dots up here, so you can just connect your iPad onto the case, and whoa, I almost dropped it, and it stays like that magnetically, which is really nice. It's kind of like an on-the-go laptop basically. If you're looking for something that feels more like a laptop, I would probably say the Magic Keyboard is your best bet, especially because it has the trackpad right here, which acts as a mouse like a laptop. So you guys can see when I move my finger on the trackpad, I can click anywhere and like just start typing randomly, and you can hear the keys on this as well. It sounds like an actual laptop or keyboard. So just like I did on the other case, I'm going to show you how I type on this keyboard. I feel like on this keyboard I can type a little bit faster and make less mistakes, just because like the keys are a little bit more bouncy, but like I said, I love both cases. I have nothing really bad to say about them. And then also you can like take notes on it this way, and kind of like a laptop version. Or the only thing about the Magic Keyboard is you cannot fold it like you can the Smart Keyboard Folio because of the spine back here. So you cannot fold it into a tablet. If you want to use the iPad as a tablet, you have to just pop this off and just lay it down like you would just like bare. So you kind of have to be careful with that, like try not to drop your laptop in class or on the tile or anything, because it's not protected since you don't have a case around it. But you know, you can still use it as a tablet like this. you just have to take the Magic Keyboard case off of it. But no worries, you can honestly just pop it right back on if you're done like using your iPad as a tablet and taking your notes with your Apple Pencil, and now you can just use it back like you would a laptop. If I slide up with, or if I slide my fingers down, you have like the search bar up here. If I slide 3 fingers, you have the different tabs that you've opened up recently. Now, as far as the angles on the Magic Keyboard, you're not really limited to how far you can tilt your screen. I think this is as far as it goes though. So I think it does go a tiny bit further than the Smart Keyboard Folio, because this is as far back as it can go. As you can see right here, this crevice, this little crease, can only bend so far before, you know, you probably either snap the case or tear the material on the back of the case. And then you can lean it up like as pretty far as you want, and then pretty much you just shut it. As far as the material on the case, it's soft, it's smooth, it's kind of similar to the Smart Keyboard Folio case, but I feel like the Magic Keyboard is a little bit smoother versus this one. So you guys can kind of just see for yourself. And also the thing about this keyboard is you are like, I would probably try not to eat around this keyboard, because you can see you can get like food and little debris or dust or whatever the case is on the keys, because they have little cracks and crevices. You can see like the light shining through each key. So just be careful when you're eating or drinking around this, especially if you're eating oily food. Try not to get oil on the trackpad, you might mess it up, or just get the case all greasy and get food and stuff all in your keys. So just kind of keep that in mind. So like I said, the really great thing about both of these cases is they are magnetic. You don't have to charge the cases. As long as your iPad is charged, then the case is good to go. And you are able to handwrite your notes. Just remember, on the Magic Keyboard, you have to take off your iPad and use it as a tablet, versus the Smart Keyboard Folio, you are able to fold the actual case and use your iPad as a tablet that way without interference of the keys. Unfortunately, the Magic Keyboard does not fold like a tablet, but it does have the trackpad, so it's, you know, it does have a lot of pros to it, just like this has a lot of pros as well. You just kind of have to keep in mind exactly what you're looking for in a case and what's gonna be better for you in the long run. Do you take more handwritten notes? Do you type your notes? I went from, when I first got my iPad Pro, I hand wrote my notes a lot, so this case came in handy for me. And then the further I got into grad school, the more the more I would type my notes. So the Magic Keyboard kind of comes more in handy as far as me typing my notes, having the mouse, and, you know, accessing my notes a little bit quicker as far as like typing, instead of having to like touch the screen, if that makes sense. So all around, 10 out of 10, both cases. Just think about what you're looking for in a case. Think about the price point as well, and hopefully that helps you decide what case you are looking for, if you're wanting to get an iPad Pro, or you just kind of are looking for a new case, whatever the case is, no pun intended. But I hope this video helps you guys, and if you have any questions, don't forget to comment them down below in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful for you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.